All right, Brian, it is 6:19 on TMJ4 News Today. Looking live right now at the Wisconsin Center, downtown Milwaukee, our state's main hub for a now largely virtual DNC. Tonight, Democratic nominee for President Joe Biden will make his acceptance speech in his home state of Delaware, 850 miles from Milwaukee.
And this certainly isn't the convention the Milwaukee DNC host committee had hoped for more than a year and a half ago. Fiserv Forum was supposed to be the central hub for an event that was expected to bring 50,000 visitors to Milwaukee and Wisconsin. Now, Alex Lasry, Buck's senior vice president, who was also a critical player in bringing the DNC to Milwaukee, joins us live now to talk more about the event. Alex, good morning. Thanks so much for being with us.
Good morning. How are you?
We're doing good. So let's talk about the DNC this week. How many what could have been moments and what kind of moments have you thought of this week?
I mean, look, every day you wake up and the weather is exactly what we promised. I take a stroll with, me and my fiance probably every day. Just, we like to take a walk every day, and we walk down to Fiserv Forum. And so it's been tough, but this was something I think, and I've come to grips with, over the past, couple months. I mean, there are some really big things going on, especially with the pandemic, and we weren't able to get our hands around it. And so, this is what happens when you don't take a public health crisis seriously.
Alex, when I spoke to Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti the other day, he was beginning the conversation as campaign co-chair about Milwaukee 2024. How serious are those conversations at this point? How likely is it that you could land this convention or perhaps the Republican convention as well in 4 more years?
I think first we got to get through this convention before we start thinking about the next one. But also, I mean, look, we don't know what conventions are going to look like in 4 years. It's possible that they stay largely virtual. It's possible that they do conventions where there's not just one host city, that there are 4 host cities. And so, I think before we really start thinking about, let's make sure Milwaukee gets 2024, let's actually know what the 2024 convention will look like. But let's use the fact that we won the 2020 convention to go and get sustainable and lasting economic impact by getting conventions that'll come here every year. And so, that's what the point of winning this convention was for, was not only to reintroduce Milwaukee to the world, but also to use this as a way to go bid and win other conventions so that we have a full calendar every summer.
Are there other kinds of conventions or events that you see could come to Milwaukee as a result of the DNC?
For sure. I mean, I think, you look at a lot of, the groups that were going to come here for the DNC. I mean, we should have a very strong argument for those type of groups that were going to come here, because a lot of them had done a site visit to Milwaukee before they came. And, this should, the fact that we got the biggest convention in the country, when things return back to a relative normal, it should put us in the conversation for almost any event. I mean, that's what we were able to show, is that we can handle these events, and we should be proud of and make sure that we're continuing to be ambitious in the events that we go after.
Alex, really appreciate your time this morning, and by the way, go Bucks, right?
Fear the deer.
All right. We're going to bring you in-depth coverage of the Democratic National Convention all week on TMJ4 News Today, and you can check out our stories on tmj4.com/DNC, our streaming channel on your Apple TV, Roku, or Amazon Fire Stick.